I would be petrified and bad at it. It's like the best 60 bucks I've ever spent. I have memorized practically every Justin Bieber song. Sip of coffee for that. Ugh. It's a very... Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And for today, I'm going to be doing a video that's a little different than my usual videos. I wanted to do more of a get to know me type video because throughout all of my videos, I haven't really shared more about myself or what I like and things like that. And so I thought that I should do that. Because when I watch certain YouTubers, I usually like to learn a little bit more about them and what they're like and what they're about and etc, etc. So I thought, why don't I do it? So I'm calling this my coffee chat, coffee talk, coffee chat, coffee time, I don't know. Don't really have an actual name for this, but I got my Caribou coffee. This is an iced almond milk latte and there's really no ice left in here, and it's partly drank because I picked this up like 2-3 hours ago, and so I've been sipping on it a little bit but also trying to save it for this video because I was really impatient. And then the ice melted because it's been sitting for 2 to 3 hours, and I put it in the fridge for a bit, but here it is. So, and also I don't have a straw because I lost it. So I've just been drinking it out of the cup, but it still does the trick. I don't know about you guys. I love iced coffee. Like I love it. I've developed a crazy obsession with it.
So good.
But I'm not doing any sort of tag or anything because I think tags are a little bit 2013. I just wanted to answer different questions that aren't so common. And definitely leave a comment below with your answers to these questions because I want to hear what you guys have to say, and then I'll definitely respond back to you. So I'm searching get to know you questions on Google, and now I'm going on to Conversation Starters World and 200 questions to get to know somebody. So this will be interesting. I'm gonna pick different random questions, and I think this will be hopefully kind of fun. Ooh, what is your favorite piece of clothing you have owned / owned? Definitely the jeans I'm wearing right now, actually. These ripped jeans. Oh, I can't stand up right now. I wear them all the time. They're these really comfy ripped jeans by the brand Hudson. They are so comfy, stretchy, easy material to wear. They don't feel tight or restrictive. They're really flattering. Love them. I love these jeans. They were originally like 200 something, but I got them on super sale. So I got them for 60, and it's like the best 60 bucks I've ever spent. Sip of coffee for that. What hobby would you get into if time and money weren't an issue? Well, I would get into dancing because I have thought about this before. I would get into dancing. Fun fact, I actually did dance when I was younger. I did dance for about 8 years? I think it was about 8 years I did dance. I started I think when I was about 5, and then I quit when I was 14. So how many years is that? 9 years? Yeah, about 9 years. I don't know why I said 12. So I did tap dance, I did a little bit of jazz, and I also did a little bit of ballet, but tap was the thing that I ended up doing the longest, and honestly wasn't that passionate about tap. I kind of just stuck with it. I mean, I liked it, but I wasn't passionate about it, so I didn't really ever practice. Whoops. But you know, it worked out, and I have really fond memories being in dance. I love watching dance videos on YouTube. Matt Stefina, I hope I'm saying his last name right. I think it's Stefina. That sounds right. I really like his dance videos on YouTube. They're really fun. So I would do hip hop. That's what I would do. And maybe I'll sign up for a hip hop class or something. I think that'd be really fun.
Look at my feet. My feet are straight ahead. You don't want to do that. You want to turn your feet out. I'm going to do this backwards. And that's what makes it look like hip hop.
And it's really good exercise. How often do you play sports? Never. What job would you be terrible at? Well, I know I would be terrible at doing improv or no, stand-up comedy. I would be terrible at doing stand-up comedy because I am terrible at improv. Like, I don't like to think on the spot. I would be so stressed and so nervous to have to just like come up with an act and make people laugh. Heck no. So I would be petrified and bad at it. What's your favorite drink? Iced coffee. How fitting. This is a really big cup. I got a large. What songs have you completely memorized? This is a funny one. I've memorized practically every Justin Bieber song. Honestly, not really Journals though. Journals, that was kind of a dud album to me, not gonna lie. Don't really know many of the songs on that one. And I feel like that album almost feels like it didn't even exist, right? Like nobody talks about it. So I don't really know Journals. I don't fully know Purpose either. I really need to go in and like actually memorize Purpose. But I know a few songs on there really well. But otherwise, My World 2.0, Believe. Come on, I know every song. I was obsessed with Justin Bieber. And get this, on my Facebook profile, because I had a Facebook back when I was 14, first social media I ever had, on my little bio thingy or wherever, I wrote, I'm a Justin Bieber freak. Who does that? And he was the first concert I ever went to, the My World tour, all the Justin Bieber songs. I know a lot of like Hannah Montana songs, Miley Cyrus. I mean, I know a lot of songs because I listen to songs all the time. So there's a lot of songs I've memorized. Who is your go-to band or artist when you can't decide on something to listen to? Well, I have a playlist on Spotify that's just all of my favorite songs. So I really just look at that playlist and pick songs I like. But otherwise, I've been really into Borns lately. I don't know if you guys know who Borns is. He's still hasn't really gone mainstream. He's definitely pretty popular. I feel like people do know about him. He's not some underground artist, but he's so good. He's a solo artist. He's so talented. You guys need to check out Borns and tell me what you think about his music because I love it. And I've been listening to his music a lot, and so that's what I've been going to. What shows are you into? Okay, if you know me at all, you know that I love TV shows. I love talking about TV shows, and I love, like, while or after I'm watching a TV show, while I'm watching it or after I've watched it, I like to go on YouTube or Google, and I like to read articles. I like to read fan theories. I like to read I like to watch interviews of the actors. Like, I just get really into it. And so I really love Stranger Things. I'm so excited for the 3rd season. I also like Riverdale. Riverdale season 2 kind of lost me at the beginning, but then I got really into it towards the end, and I got really into the whole mystery of it, and like they pulled me back in. And I know season 3 of Riverdale is airing right now. Haven't been watching it, but I will watch it when it comes on Netflix or whatever. Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is my all-time favorite show. Love it. I've been obsessed with it since I was 14 years old, and I love Gilmore Girls. If you're out on the road. What other shows do I like? I like a lot of shows. I love, Bates Motel. Bates Motel. If you haven't seen Bates Motel, you got to watch it. The acting, the sets, the script, the plot, everything is perfect about Bates Motel. Such a good show. Okay, I've ranted on enough. Some of these questions are really deep and intense, so I'm kind of skipping over them because I would have to sit and think for a while. What's the farthest you've been away from home? The farthest I've been away from home is I went to Guatemala on a church missions trip in 2012. It was the summer before my senior year of high school. And I was there for 2 weeks, and it was such a cool trip. Like, going to Guatemala was really cool. Definitely super happy that I went. And that's the only time I've been out of the country, actually. So it was really cool. What risks are worth taking? And this is a cool question, and I don't know, I don't consider myself very much of a risk taker, but I definitely think a risk that is worth taking is one that you like can't stop thinking about. Like, it's something in your life, like, that you want to do. You know, maybe you going to a certain college or moving to a new place or a certain job or career or whatever it is. It's like, if you can't stop thinking about it and it's like, it's just always there, it's not going away, I feel like that's a sign that it's worth taking. So I think a risk that is worth taking is something that also both excites you, but then also you might be a little scared, you know, it's like that mix. And I feel like having that mix kind of shows that like you really should do it, because if it both like makes you really excited and happy about it, about the thought of it, but you're also kind of nervous and like, ugh, then I think that's also something that's like a risk worth taking. So I'm definitely trying to kind of take more risks in my life. I'm definitely somebody that likes more of those pro-con lists, and I like to think through things a lot, which I think you should still think through things even if it's a risk, you know? I'm not saying just go and do things being stupid, but I think, I don't know, I think risks are usually often worth taking, because otherwise you're just gonna keep thinking in the back of your head like, what would have happened if I would have done it? And I don't want to live my life like that. So just take the darn risk. This is definitely watered down, but I'm still enjoying it. What is something that you will never do again? Something I would never do again is the polar bear plunge. That's when you jump into a freezing cold lake in the middle of winter and jump out. So it's very, very cold. So I did the polar bear plunge like 4 years ago, and it was really fun, and it's usually for a good cause, like a charity or something like that. And it's a cool experience, but I just never want to do it again. But it's kind of cool though. And I remember, oof, like I really wasn't that nervous actually before I was going to jump into the lake, because I live in Minnesota, and so, you know, we can do the polar bear plunge here. But I wasn't really that nervous. It was just shocking, like going through it. Like your body just goes into complete shock, and all your brain is signaling is like, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, because you just, if you were in there for too long, you would literally die. Yay, except for that. I think I need to end this on a really positive question. What is the biggest lesson you have learned? And there's lots of lessons I've learned in my 23 years on this earth. But I think one of the important things I've learned, or that I've realized, is that like you really just have to go for what you want in life, and you can't let anything stop you. You can't let the opinions of others, like your classmates or your, you know, your neighbors or your family or your friends, your acquaintances or whatever. Like you just have to really go for your want, because that's what I've realized, and that's what I've learned, is that like no one really cares, and you just got to do what you feel in your heart you truly want to do, and what you want to go for and achieve in your life. And whatever that might be, you know, even if it seems so big and like how could it ever happen, you just have to go for it, and you just have to believe that it will happen, because I believe that if you truly want something, that it can happen to you, and you can achieve it, and you can get there. And it might not be easy, and it might, you know, it's gonna be an up and down thing, but you'll make it there at the end, and it'll be well worth it. And I know that's a really cheesy like thing that people say, but I do really believe in that, and I think that's something I've learned. And yeah. But there's lots of other good things and life lessons out there, and I'll still be learning them. So, oh, okay. This is actually a really interesting question. That was a good one to end it on, but this is a really crazy question that I kind of want to answer. Is what bends your mind every time you think about it? And this is actually a really, it's a very like triggering, that's not the right word, but it's like a really, yeah, mind-bending like thing to think about, is the idea of eternity. And it just literally makes me like tear up. I don't know why. It just makes me like go into like that guy with that gif that I know it's a gif. The what? It's the idea of eternity, and I am a Christian. I do believe in Jesus and do believe in God, and I do believe that there is more to this life than just on earth. just the idea of eternity, because when we pass away and go to heaven, it's eternity. Like, your time in heaven doesn't end and you're there forever. And that's just mind-bending to me. Like, I can't even comprehend that, because here on earth, on this life, everything has an end, right? Like, everything always has an end. Like, school has an end, college has an end. You're working a certain job, you might have an end to that job. You know, you have an end. We always have an end. There's always a due date. There's always something when it's like, oh yeah, this too shall pass, right? Like, it'll end. But it's like the idea of heaven and just like nothing ever, it doesn't end, and that's just like crazy to me. It's really cool, like, don't get me wrong, it's really cool, and it's like, but it's just like, you're the human brain, like, I can't like comprehend just it never ending. Just, it just goes on and on and on, and it's like, wow, it's crazy. It's really crazy. So hope you guys liked this little coffee chat, and I still have coffee left. Ooh, chug, chug, chug. Should I chug this? No, I don't want to do that. I want to savor it. I think the coffee's starting to kick in. I'm starting to get hyper. Okay, enough of that. A little hyper now. A little hyper. Okay. Watch out for more videos coming from me. Hopefully your day has been going great. And I'm filming this at 9 p.m. at night, and I'm drinking coffee, so that's probably not a good idea. But this outro's been so long. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up this video and subscribe for more content. And I will see you guys again very soon. Bye! Yay! Except for that.